Okay, now it should work. Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tiger Tank 12, however you call me, I don't really care. And welcome back to World of Tanks. Unfortunately, the microphone constantly switches over to not being the standardized microphone that I'm using, so unfortunately, now it should work. Hey guys, so let me just fix everything before we start. And also I need to check something real fast. Okay. So, we're going to be playing Frontlines today, and we really need some credits, so that's why we're playing Frontlines right now. I just wanted to see what changes they have made to Frontlines, and also I'm going to open the YouTube app on my phone so I can see your comments if there are any. It's probably still pretty early, and it's also a Monday morning, Monday evening, so maybe we'll not get as many viewers, but that's all right. I thought I was going to live stream because the Frontlines mode just was released today, and I thought I was just going to make a live stream and see what we can do. So we're going to be playing Frontlines, and you can see right here that there are still the rewards that we can get. There's actually the... Okay, so for tier 1 we can actually get a tier 9 vehicle for Frontlines for stage 1, and let's see what we can get for stage 5 and stage 50. Okay, so what we can have right here is that we can have several different tokens. I'm not sure what we can do with those tokens, but let me see what we can do with those tokens. Okay, these combat reserve points are for all of the abilities that we can put into our slots, and it looks pretty neat. Either way, I think most of the people who have already played World of Tanks in the last 1 or 2 years know about the Frontlines game mode. This year, the Frontlines game mode is a bit different because now we have access to tier 9 counterparts. So if you're on the losing side, you get access to tier 9 vehicles, which you then can use against the tier 8s. And I think that has caused quite a bit of uproar. A lot of people are not happy with that decision, and I can totally understand why people do not like that as much. But either way, we're going to be putting in some nice little bonuses to get ourselves some additional experience. I'm going to see that we can get the live stream. I'm going to be live streaming probably for about 2 hours, and then we're gonna call it quits because it's a Monday evening. But I do have time right now, so that's why I decided to live stream right now. So we are going to be starting, and I just want to see that we get the right vehicles equipped because there are quite a few crew members that are still in several different tanks right now, and I want them to be in the vehicles to get the maximum amount of vehicles that we can use, so that we are not running around with only about 2 or 3 tier 8 vehicles. That would suck quite a bit. So we're gonna put in some premium tanks real fast. That's always what you have to do when you're playing Frontlines. You have to return the crew and everything, and it takes quite a bit of time to get everything together to be able to play this game mode. But you usually are not able to get everything onto the tanks, and you're not able to get every single tank in there. So I'm just gonna put the main vehicles that I usually use when I'm playing Frontlines in there, and I'm gonna do that just now. So I do like to have a few faster tanks, so I prefer the Burasque as well, and also some tanks that are a bit more powerful, that have a bit of armor, since we do have to take certain areas, and I think there are some tanks that are really good for that. For example, the this one right here, the Centurion MK51, the Australian version that was actually nuked. This is a very good vehicle for that kind of operation. And we're gonna see which tank we're also gonna fit on it. Definitely want the right Scorpion G, and we also would like to have the STG. The STG guard should be in there as well. Every single time I play Frontlines, I just notice how many freaking tier 8 premium tanks I have, and it's a lot. It's a lot of premium, medium, heavy tank destroyers that are running around here. So let's see if we missed anything else. The SU-130 PM, I would like to take that with me as well. And also the Centurion, the Carnivan Action 10, that is also a good vehicle to have. When we're going into the fray. So let's pick that one as well. With the wheeled tanks that are super annoying, but they're quite effective. The G-Sor we're going to take as well. I'm sorry that it takes so long to get every single tank equipped, but that's just the nature of this bloody game mode. You really need to have quite a bit of versatility if you want to achieve anything in this game mode. So I think that should be good enough. I'm happy with that lineup. Let's join a battle. Hopefully this is Frontlines and not Standard Battle, but it should be Frontlines. So okay. Looks like the people were waiting for Frontlines because it didn't take us long to find a battle, and we actually started in the G-Sor. That wasn't my intention. I actually didn't want to start in the G-Sor. I wanted to start in a medium tank, but since we're defending, I think we can work with it quite nicely. Let's just decrease the volume a little bit and take a defensive position over there. We're gonna go over to the hill. Okay. So let me just see real fast if the stream is running on my computer. It seems everything is fine. But unfortunately we have quite a bad ping. So I apologize for any weird performance issues. Zoom in a bit on the map because that won't help us at all.
Zone A under attack.
I was just penned by an artillery piece right there, and I didn't think that the M40 was able to do that much damage to me, but it hurt. That shot really hurt me. Okay, there's a AMX. I hope he can move forward just a little bit so I can hit him. It's not going to be the case. It's quite embarrassing to have already lost about 2/3 of my HP, or even more than that. No, actually it's 2/3 of my HP. But I think we gotta deal with that. Oh no, I thought the glass was going to be moving back. But either way, we get the very first kill. We're still on private, and the G-Sor is just one of those tanks that takes quite a long time to actually reload. So I don't think it's a very good option for Frontlines, but maybe we can make it work. We have a Lorraine 40 over there. He's right around the corner, and he's gonna putting some pressure on that Progetto 46. But I think it's looking good so far. At the moment, it looks quite okay. It looks quite decent. No. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna kill him. Ah, no, he moved away. 38 seconds reload now. That's going to be so brutal for us. And we also have to push B because I think we're lacking. No, we have so many people on this front, but everyone is just sitting in the back or is either dead, because I have the feeling that we're missing quite a few people. And we're losing B at the moment. And I might just need to get on the cap. Okay, never mind. I need to fall back. Okay, so we have a bit of an issue. We have a charioteer over here. That charioteer is quite a problem for us, since he's going to be able to put one into us. Yes. So yeah, that was definitely not the very best display, but I also picked the wrong tank. I think what we need right now is we need somebody to go on B itself. B is quite difficult to defend. I think B is definitely one of those places that takes quite a bit of skill. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hold it, so I'm gonna see if I can jump into the Burasque, because the Burasque is probably going to allow me the best kind of mobility to, you know, be able to strike back, to have some counter attacks, and also fall back in case I need to. So there's this annoying little wheel tank that nobody likes, and I miss him twice. We've already lost C, we're about to lose A, we've lost B. The enemy has 11 minutes, so they have quite a lot of time to actually move in. So we've been a bit too careless with defending our position.
Under attack.
And we're about to lose F. But I think we have enough units at F to put some pressure on the guys. So there we go. Put one into him. I have to be careful that I don't get hit by anything over there, especially not by artillery, because artillery is going to be the death for me. But I really want to take out this wheeled little bugger. And surprise, surprise, we actually bounce off the wheeled tank over there. We are playing with fire being this far up front, since our tank, it is fast, but it's not going to be this fast. But either way, I really want to do some damage. I also want to spot some targets, so I'm going to fall back to the next viable position, which should be this bush right here, where I do have a bit of cover, but only if I manage to stay out of sight. Unfortunately for me, that's not going to be possible, because they're going to be coming in from the rear, and they're also going to be sitting on top of that defensive position. So we are going to take the high ground over here, where we do have some some nice vision, and where we can hopefully spot them and also remain hidden while we are shooting at them. Nope. And we cannot stay hidden because, unluckily for us, the Burasque made an appearance. He fluffed his first shot, but there's another Buras who definitely didn't fluff either one of his shots. And now we're in a very awkward predicament where we're hiding behind this rock. Let's just see what we can do here. Mr. Buras. A second, no, I don't have enough time. Take a shot at him. We're losing A because we're getting overrun currently. Everyone is fighting at a different front. And we're all by ourselves on A, on E. What we need right now is a tank that can work with a bit of armor and that can work with being on its own for a little bit. That is also not too slow. So what I'm thinking right now is maybe the Centurion might be an option right now, but I think we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose A, we're gonna lose E, and we're gonna have the very first last sector that is going to be open to the enemy. So they'll probably swarm in to get to F, and then they're going to start to knock on our defenses. We haven't done that much. We haven't really done a lot of damage. We haven't been able to hold B and E for a very long time, to be fair. And I think right now we maybe can push into them. We've already lost one player completely. He's left the game on its entirety. And maybe we can just decrease the cap. We have a Poketo 46 that is doing just that, but it's not going to be enough, especially if nobody's coming in to support him. He's going to be on his own, and he's probably going to die in a second. And now we are running into quite a bit of a dangerous situation because
enemy airstrike incoming.
We're going to be a main target. Obviously, I ricochet off that bloody damn light tank. At least that was a pen.
Zone A under attack.
We're gonna fall back real fast
Zone F under attack.
to get out of the zone. Once we're out of the zone, we're hopefully going to be able to get into a haul down position over there,
Our
where we can put
reinforcements
some
have arrived.
pressure on these guys when they're coming out of the cap circle and over to me.
We have successfully retreated.
Oh boy, I'm the main target now. Oh boy, that's not very comfortable. But we survived.
They have
Barely.
reached the main objective.
We barely
Protect them
survived.
at all costs.
And now we can
Reserve
definitely
is ready.
do some damage right
Heavy
here.
artillery is ready.
Don't let this... Wow, he just penned me. How did he pen me? That was a gold shell. That was definitely a gold shell.
Ready for deployment.
Oh, we actually now have access to tier 9s. But since I do want to continue on playing tier 8s to gain some credits, I'm not going to be diving into that tier 9 support at first. We're going to run a light tank just to be able to keep up with these guys. And also to remain mobile. Since we do want to be able to have the flanks where we can get around and we can put some pressure on them without being blocked by any immobility that we were lacking prior. We just have to be really careful that we don't overextend right now.
Zone F under attack.
That we don't get spotted, because we still have 3 minutes and 18 seconds to the next vehicle that we can unlock. Because unfortunately for us, we weren't able to keep our tanks alive because we were trying to defend that one position. There is a T-44-100 somewhere over there, and I don't see him at all, which is a bit weird. We missed the links. But there are still tanks that we can engage here, and I think what is going to happen is that these players will probably thin out. They will fall back. And they'll attack the other positions because since they pushed E and F, they'll probably take A and D soon to overwhelm us, and then they have more than enough time to put some pressure on us while we have to sit back and we'll have to wait and engage them. We can't let them go through immediately, so we still have to field people at E, or at least what used to be E. We also have to field people at F. But I think F is an area that you can defend quite well. E, on the other hand, is quite open, but gives you enough protection on certain positions where you can still push in. And there is somebody that is using... Okay, so it turns out that you are actually able to use
Zone A under attack.
tier 9 tanks even when you're attacking, so I did not know that. But that's good to know, and we just died there because we were way too exposed, and now we are lacking any kind of tank. And I haven't played Frontlines in a very, very long time, so unfortunately I don't really have the best experience right now. But I will get into the game again, and it's going to take me probably 1 or 2 rounds to be able to get to the same old prowess that I was able to do prior. So let's check on that M41 GF to see what he is doing. Let me get back onto him. Camera is a bit fiddly. I would like to turn my camera around so to see what he's aiming at. Oh, he's trying to get a little bit of repair with him, but unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to do that. We're gonna stay on E because I think we have quite a few people on A and D at the moment. They really need to take A to be able to be competitive, to have enough time to put pressure on us. What we're going to do right now, we're going to switch over to tanks that are actually able to pen tier 9 vehicles. So I'll have to see which tanks actually are capable of doing that. So I'm either going with a tank destroyer or maybe I'm even going with a tier 9. But I think what I'm going to do right now is maybe a bit foolish, but I want to use the Italian premium one to maybe put some pressure on these guys. I think the pen should be good enough to go through at least the medium tanks. 218 millimeters should be enough to go through the medium tanks, and if I really need the heat shells, I still have 270 millimeters of pen. To be fair, even though that we lost like sector B and C so early on in the match, they have really squandered like so many minutes, and now they're taking A. That will give them a bit of additional time, and also if they capture D. But I think we're able to hold them off quite nicely, and we haven't really lost any kind of HP on the objectives, at least so far. I have to be a bit more conservative because I do have only this tank right now. Don't have access to any other vehicles, so I maybe should not suicide yeet it into like a row of enemy vehicles, because I know that there are tanks in the town right here, and there's also the option of getting absolutely wrecked by an airstrike. There's a Conway. The T-55 is just waiting there. I think he's not really able to get away from there. Two bad shots. But we're still alive. That's what is really important right now. Okay, Object 1 is taking some damage. I'm gonna put another one into him, and I'm gonna fall back. I don't think he's going to be able to do any damage to us. And what I want to do right now is I just want to reload in peace, fall back so that they don't spot me anymore, and then maybe we can use our equipment, and we can re-engage again. But I would first want to reload everything, so I'm going to use the intuition perk as well to increase the reload. And now we're going to take out this T-55 because that was dumb, but we still have the intuition perk. No way, we just bounced him. That was really bad. Now we're in a really awkward situation. And thankfully for us, we get some assistance. Takes out the T-55. And we're going to use the spotting plane to give us a bit of view on what is going on. There's the EBR-90. He's dead. So at least we have that. We still have 1 minute and 23 remaining. And we have a bit of a problem. There's a AMX-30. Is he going to move up? He's going to move up, so I'm not going to waste any time on him. We have a general already. I'm currently on lieutenant because I'm not really playing the right classes for this game mode to get like to general, but that's not as important for me right now. I just want to have, I just want to make as much credits as I can without having to resort to the ultimate, try hard, the ultimate try hard vehicle combination. I do know that there are certain combinations that are a lot better. For example, having a wheeled tank and just getting the spotting done every couple of seconds, that is definitely quite a bit of a game changer, but I'm not really interested in that as much. I'm much more interested in being able to grind as many credits as I can, because this time around, like, being able to rank up is not going to be as important, because even though you can rank up and you can get like certain rewards, you're not going to be getting these spawns that are needed to, get the tier 9 premium tanks. So I'm not even going to be bothering at all with that. I'm just going to be enjoying my game. I'm going to be playing premium tanks that I might have not played as much, and gonna see how much experience and HP I can farm.
The enemy got extra time.
So now they have 5 minutes. They have 5 minutes, and they also have, like, I think quite a bit of extra time, about 2 or 3 minutes, and they've already destroyed one objective. So I think I'm going to put a foot out there, and I'm going to say that we're going to be looking down the drain a bit, because I think they're not going to put this. I don't think they're going to be giving this one out of their hands. There's a T-34. I think that was a pen. I did lag a little bit, so. Oh, come on. There's also quite a bit of performance lag, unfortunately. That's probably it is probably aligned to the ping that we have, because I think the server is having a bit of a stroke. If you would have played War Thunder, I think most of the players call it the server hamster that is kind of dying, and I think the server hamster for Wolf Tanks is also losing his shit.
Inspire reserve is ready.
Let's see if we can get some Inspire into these guys, into the AMX M4 as well. And if we can snipe some enemies down there. It's a bit awkward right now because we don't have any targets, and we also cannot spot them. There's a Bisonte right there. He's not interested in trading with with basically a dead Bisonte. The Burrasque comes back and the Burrasque cleans me off. Unfortunately, right there. But I think we have to spawn. We have to spawn on 2. Oh, we're losing 5 as well. We're losing 2. We're losing everything at the moment, so it's not looking good for us. I'm gonna spawn on 5 because they're actually gaining some ground on the left side. It's a nice position where you can move into the rear of the opponents. And you don't really have to worry too much about getting shot from the side, because on the right you have quite a bit of cover, and on the left you have a couple of walls that you can walk past, or you can also use some, you know, some fast tanks, and then you're not as long in the open as you would be with certain heavy tanks. But I think they're kind of squandering their potential right now. How many generals do we have? The enemies have a lot more generals than we have. It's probably because they're capping, or they capped like every single cap. That's basically a tactic if you want to rank up as fast as you as possible. You just take a very fast tier 8 or tier 9 vehicle, and then you just kind of yeet into the circles. You cap them very, very quickly, and you might also get some experience for just defending or for killing some tanks while you're on the cap. But I want some more XP. I want to at least be, what was it, major or something like that. I don't think I'm going to be able to get general, but I think I might get major if I put some work into these tier 9 tanks. I think I also get a bit more experience for fighting tier 9 vehicles. Let's move back here. Not really interested in artillery. Beating the living shit out of us. If you want some artillery, you can have some artillery as well. Should be in my artillery circle right now. I think I just missed him by a mere inch. There's a Blusk over there.
Objective 4. Only one left. Save the last one. Our reinforcements have arrived.
How are these shots not hitting?
Air Scout is ready.
I need the intuition perk. Ah, God damn it. Okay, so I think they're closing in on 2. God damn it! I need a tank that is reliable. I need a tank that does reliable damage. I'm just gonna go with the STG because I think the STG guard is a reliable tank. Well, armor-wise, it's probably not as reliable, but gun-wise, I think this is one of the better tanks. Right there, nice shot on the Oho, and I'm incredibly sorry for that Oho player. That Oho player actually has to go in here and play the
Main objectives are secure.
the game.
Done.
Okay, so it turns out that the edit time only works when you're capturing points, and you don't get any more edit time when you're attacking these positions. And I think it's quite baffling that the enemy team didn't finish off our objectives, although they had access to them for about a good 15 minutes. But either way, yeah. Very first game in Frontlines, we didn't manage to make general this time, but hopefully next time we can make general. But what's really important right now is that we get the credits. So 366,000, only 8,390 damage. But 366,000 credits, that's something nice to take with us. So Let's join the next battle, and this time around I think I'm just gonna go in the Progetto, because the Progetto is a quite nice tank to start the round with. So let's use some points, and okay, that's a bit broken. Can we please get a fixed version? Hey, Instant Gamer. I'm not sure if I'm a good World of Tanks player, but at least I'm an experienced World of Tanks player. But if you consider me good, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me see real fast. Either smoke screen or artillery strike, airstrike. I think I'm going to go for the smoke screen. The CS-54. There is no CS-54, right? Do you mean the CS-53? Do you mean this one? Oh boy. I think I only have the CS-53. I don't have the CS-55, 54. I don't even recall a CS-54. Is that a premium tank? I don't have the crew for it. I would have to retrain my crew. That's the big issue. You know what? I can. You know what? I can put in a bit of a whack crew. It's not as good, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna put a couple of crew members in there that I don't use as much. I'm going to retrain them real fast. The CS-53, it's actually a nice tank. It's one of those tier 8s that doesn't have a lot of armor, but you can actually work. You can work them quite nicely if you have the patience. The CS-52, that's the premium one. The CS-52 is a much better version, at least armor-wise, I think, than the CS-53. But the CS-53, I think, is faster. I think the CS-53 has the advantage of being a faster tank, and I think also it's a nicer looking tank as well. So just give me a second. I'll get some different skills on the vehicle. What's my view range? The view range is pretty abysmal. We're going to increase the view range real fast. One thing that Wargaming could definitely improve upon is the loading time. I think that the load time in this game have gone quite to hell, because this game, it takes forever to load different kind of settings in. It takes forever to get the crew into place. It takes forever to retrain your crew. If you have to do it for several tanks, you're doing that for like definitely a couple of minutes, and yeah, takes away from the general experience of the game. Let's increase the maximum view range on that, because this tank has basically no view range at all. And what we're going to do real fast is we're going to retrain all of the crew members to fit this tank. I'm not going to use gold because I'm a bit cheap right now. I only have 22,000 gold remaining on my account, and that 22,000 needs to stick around for quite a bit, because I'll need that for the near future, for the battle pass definitely. And after that, I don't even know. I might need to buy some Christmas loot boxes, but with the current stance current stand that the game is in, I'm not really interested in buying the premium packages for this game at all at the moment. So I'm just using whatever I have at hand right now. But yes, we can play the CS-53 and we can play the CS-52. The CS-52, I think we're going to start with the CS-52 because As I already mentioned, I do need the premium right now, so the premium is... Where is the premium? There's the premium tank. Let's go. Oh, it's so bloody hot at the moment. It's way too warm right now. Okay, we're still playing on the ice map. Kraftwerk it's called. We're attacking B right now, and I'm not really going to be switching over to C or A, I think, at least at the start. What I want to do is, I don't want to lose my tank early on, but I also want to gain some much needed experience. This is a map that you can really nicely work certain ridge lines, and where you can actually cap quite nicely as well if you're in a fast kind of tank. And I think the CS52 certainly is one of those vehicles that can be rather quick. Don't want to block these guys at all, so I'm going to give them a bit of space. And hopefully I can get into here without getting into too much trouble. That guard is really, really aggressive, so I'm just going to take this position, and I'm going to use a bit of side scraping. And I think we can keep this corner if we get some support, guys. Could you please help me out? No. Oh my god, everyone is pushing in right now. This is, we did capture Zone B, and we did die for that, but we captured Zone B. So basically, nobody has that perk yet where you can actually keep the guys from capping it, so we were able to keep it in our possession. We did sacrifice ourselves, but we did take Zone B very quickly, so I think now is a perfect time to switch over to Zone Z or to Zone A and help out there, so we can have like a one side completely intact. So I'm just gonna go in with the Burask because I think C is already being captured. Yeah, that was a really fast life, but I think it was worth it for capturing Zone B. We'll have to wait a couple of minutes to be able to use the CS52 again. Maybe I'll use the CS53 as the next tank. But right now I just want to do some damage here at Zone C and help them out to cap this area. With the Soma over there. Okay, unfortunately, I thought we could actually penetrate and shoot through the house. The second shot is just as bad as the first one. And we don't manage to hit the Soma. And we also kind of stopped capping C. It's not very good either. Move up. Okay, we tracked him as well. There we go. He's just sitting there. He can't spot us because we have camo net on it. We have a pretty damn good crew in this vehicle as well. And he's just sitting there. And actually nobody of our team even put a kind of shot into him. But what we can do right now is we're just going to push around. We're going to use this ramp go around there, shoot the Somua, and also put some damage into the Progetto or the FV that we have right now. Oh boy. There's a Renegade. One into the Renegade, 2 into the Renegade. Now we can reload, and we can hopefully do some more damage on these 2 guys right here. Maybe we can kill them with 2 rounds. I hope our Progetto doesn't die, but could be. This game mode you can play at tier 8. You need to have a tier 8 vehicle. There's actually an option to get like vehicles to get loan vehicles. I think those loan vehicles this time around are actually tier 9 tanks instead of tier 8 tanks. So you have to have tier 8 tanks. After a certain stage, you're going to be able to utilize tier 9 vehicles. That is for attacking and the defending team. I thought at first that it was just for the defending team, but it looks like they actually changed that over once more and made it accessible to both sides to at least have a equal playing field, which I think is kind of nice. But I don't really know if tier 9 is really necessary. I really enjoyed to have this mode available at only tier 8 because it gave us like kind of the best experience and giving us the maximum return in credits that you can actually grind. That's why so many people love playing Frontlines. It's because making credits in this game mode is actually quite easy, and it is, yeah, quite rewarding. Doesn't matter if you lose or if you win, you make quite a bit of credits. Obviously, if you're winning, you make more credits than when you're losing, but either way, making credits is, I think, the main goal for a lot of players that are playing this mode. So we're Lieutenant already. I think attacking is a lot easier than defending, in my opinion. And we're gonna take this position as well if they don't get hit by anything. And right there, a big step up for Captain, and that should give us quite a bit of an advantage to move on further with our tanks.
Zone A has been captured. Extra time has been added.
Oh yeah, if you're a beginner and if you're new at World of Tanks, the Frontlines game mode is a bit, yeah, it's a bit unfair, but the thing is you actually can receive tier 8 reward tanks or tier 8 tanks that you can actually access that are like frontline tanks. And these vehicles you can use in the mode, but you need to see what you can do. Wait 1 second. After this game, we can take a look into the vehicles that you can unlock or that you can kind of rent for the time being, so you can play this mode. The mode, I think, it is quite nice. It was quite a unique mode when they first introduced it. It definitely has had several iterations now, and I think it's been quite decent. It's been quite nice. But there are always things that they can improve upon. I think they can obviously add more maps. That would be a nice thing to add. And they could also add it to different tiers, maybe to tier 7s, but then they would have to decrease the size of the map, because I think like this size is definitely perfect for tier 8, maybe even tier 9, but it is probably too big for tier 7 and anything below that. But I think, yeah, you know, Wargaming could just introduce this mode to lower tiers, where maybe even tier 6 vehicles could have access to this mode, and you could just play it with, you know, a smaller map, maybe a different kind of objective. I think why not? Because I think it's really nice to have the opportunity to have these different front lines that you open up every single time you kind of make a play. And it's quite unique as well, and I enjoy it a lot. Unfortunately, I'm currently running out of ammunition because this Burask has been doing us some pretty good work. But I can check afterwards. Don't worry, I can check for you to see exactly what kind of vehicles you can unlock if you're a new player and you have never had access to this kind of game mode, or you never had access to tier 8. I can just see what kind of tanks you can unlock.
Inspire Reserve is
But
ready.
that's probably going to take some time, because right now we're at the beginning of the match, and we still have to capture F, E, and D, and then we have to destroy the targets. I think I can explain to you what the game mode is all about, and then you can probably make yourself, create your own opinion when you're playing this game mode. So basically, you have 3 sectors that all the way go to the back of the map, and at the back of the map you have 5 different objectives, and these objectives are towers or coastal batteries that you have to destroy. The defending team has to defend them, and we as the attacking team obviously have to destroy them. These coastal batteries are like huge ship guns that are quite devastating, and you can only damage them from the side, but you really need some good pen to be able to go through the side. And the weakest part of the vehicle, of the turret, is definitely the rear part. So the back of it is a part that you can actually damage quite easily, but the side of it is actually quite heavily armored still. The front is the heaviest or the strongest armor part, and you have to knock out 3 of them to be able to win the match. And the defending team obviously has to defend all 5 of them, and as soon or as long as they keep 3 of them alive and they only lose 2, or they lose none at all, they're gonna win the match. Then you also have these tier systems, so like there's a rank that you can earn, and the rank is determined by how much damage you do, how much experience you collect, and everything and so forth, and then you get experience for that. This rank gives you experience where you can actually unlock certain things, and it depends on how good you're playing. If you're playing better and you get quite a lot of experience, you can actually unlock quite a few things. These things are goodies, for example. These things are, like boosters, and there are quite a lot of nice little trinkets, nice to have. But if you've played World of Tanks as long as I have, well, to be fair, you don't really need them at all, because you already own all the good stuff. So I think that is definitely it's nice to have, but it's not the main reason why people play this mode. I think the main reason is certainly people want to make the most money out of this mode, and the most money you make by getting the most experience and doing the most damage. Experience you collect by capturing points, by shooting enemies, by inspiring your team, and all those kind of good things that you also do when you're playing World of Tanks just standard without Frontlines. So these things are always the same. But the better you play, the faster you actually unlock certain vehicles, and the faster you unlock certain stages, and the more rewards you get. The highest tier you can reach is General, and we're very close to it, because Major is the last step until you reach General. And if you reach General, you cannot level up anymore, and basically what ends up happening then is, well, you're General, and you can actually you can
raise them to the ground.
No longer get any more experience out of it, at least for the stage, but you can still get the experience that for all the other things. So it's still important to do damage and everything, but it's kind of a, I don't even know, maybe it's something you can like can brag about your achievements. I think the very first general that appears on the map also gets like a message, and people
Zone D has been
get
captured.
informed
Extra
about the
time
very
has
first
been
general
added.
that has arrived on the battlefield.
Zone
I
D
think those
contested.
things are quite nice to have. And right there you can see this is a FL. An FL is actually the frontline tank that you can actually get. So these FL tanks are these rental vehicles where you actually get the ability to rent them for credits. If you don't have tier 9s, you can just do that via the rental system and you can get access to them.
Our general has entered the field.
So yeah, I've been promoted. I'm the very first general in the game and I get announced. And that's definitely a nice feeling. It kind of shows you off as this powerful player that kind of knows how to play the game. But to be fair, all it really shows is that you know how to abuse the system because you know how it works. So you just need to cap. You need to be mobile. Oh, it's the wrong tank. I didn't want to play this tank, but either way. And yeah, what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be pushing E. Because I want to put some pressure on the middle, so we have all the 3 different sectors and we control all of them.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
But unfortunately, nobody's really here in the middle. But playing a tier 9 against tier 8 vehicles is definitely a bit of an unfair
Objective 5.
experience for the tier 8 counterparts. Oh, since I'm also not playing the... Oh boy. Did not expect the IS-2 and the delivery to be up there. And I did not expect the IS-2 to actually pen me twice. But it looks like we actually have to push up the hill to be able to do some damage to these guys. Okay, it's not looking very good.
Objective 4 reached.
It's a 20mm gun. I don't even know what these guys are doing up here, but they're just sitting here and they're waiting for us. Don't really like that, and I'm going to see that we can actually put some artillery fire on these guys. So
Heavy artillery is ready. Inspire reserve is ready.
ah, come on! I just put artillery on that guy. There we go, we cleared E. Now we can put some pressure on these cap points.
Air scout is ready.
Air scouts. Okay. Let's get some scouts in here. Oh my god, I almost pushed down my friend over there. That would have been quite embarrassing. That would have been really a mean thing to do.
Objective 4 reached. We have captured Zone E. Air
Very
support
nice.
incoming.
We captured E with 10,000 damage on our account. Now we can just push the middle. I have to repair my tank real fast to be able to still be combat effective, but should be doable because it's right in front of us. Still, we're at a bit of a impasse because we have to be really careful that we don't get hit by anything over there. So let's get some HP reworked, get our tank fully resupplied, or at least as much resupplied as we can. And then we can push on objective. Either objective 2 or objective 3, but I think objective 3 is going to be easier for us to deal with than objective 2 because it's in the middle of nowhere. First, let's take care of the Emil. And let's take care of the Skoda T56. Since those guys are actually quite dangerous if they are left unattended. We bounce him right there, but I think we can just crest the ridgeline right here. His armor on the upper plate isn't as impressive, but looks like his lower plate is quite accessible. We're getting absolutely wrecked right now. Put some shots into the Schafftür. Let's see if we can fall down here.
Objective 5 reached.
Because I think we have to change the flank. We have to probably change over to either the eastern flank because we're kind of overwhelming them right there. And also we're destroying objective 5. Objective 5 is getting knocked out as we're speaking, and looks quite bad for the enemy team. Still have 5 minutes. We have a quite good team right now that is working different parts of the map very nicely. There's quite a bit of communication going on as well, and decent support. So I have to say this is a pleasant surprise because you can always have very, very bad games in Frontlines, and you can run into issues where you are basically getting your ass handed to yourself because
Air Scout is ready.
Certain players just aren't doing too well. So let's just get a little bit of air assistance or air support in here so we can actually see what's going on. Repair our tank in the meantime. And then we can go for objective 4 because objective 4 is inside the mountain. That's that poor lad. Tries to make a nice flanking maneuver, runs right into my gun. Those things you can't really see beforehand. Unlucky for him. I think our team is pushing really, really aggressively into that part, but we actually have to speed it up by quite a bit because our team is maybe going a bit too slow. So let's put some pressure on the Emil.
Objective 4 reached.
He just spent his entire clip. 3 rounds right there. He bounced two of the shots, and he kind of gave up. But I can't really blame him because this is a tank that is quite powerful. You can really work this vehicle quite nicely. And we've destroyed the last objective. Thus, we're winning this game. Nice. Bounced quite a lot of damage in this round as well. Even though we played quite a few tanks that actually aren't as great, but either way, that was a good round. That was some nice frontline action right there. And we managed to get General. First. And I really need to drink something because my throat is really, really dry. So. We're stage 4. And we have done second most damage. We've received second most experience. But this was the best player on our team by damage dealt and also by experience received. And you can see he's played the Concept 1B, he's played the KPZ 50T, he's played the Burasque, he has played the TNH TVZ 51, which is the tier 8 non-premium, and he's played the Progredo 46. So yeah, these 4 actually are really powerful vehicles, so no wonder he did as well as he did in that match. How much credits did we make? We made about I think I kind of skipped that. Don't really know how much experience we made with that one. I'll probably have to check the replay afterwards, but either way, we've made quite a bit of credits. We're now at almost 2 million, and we actually now have the opportunity to buy the Airstrike perk. But I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be picking this type of reserve instead of the other one. So let me just see real fast what stages we have. Okay, we have stage 3 to 4, then we have stage 5, stage 6 and 9, stage 10, 11 and 14, and stage 15. So with every single one of these stages, you actually get some goodies. You get combat reserves, and you also get the battle pass points. But also, if you play stage 2 or finish stage 2 and stage 5, you get access to tier 9 vehicles. Once the Conqueror FL and once the M46 Patton FL. These are tanks that you can only use, these are tier 9 vehicles that you can only use in Frontline. But the thing is that I'm looking for right now is if there are any rentals for tier 8 Frontline vehicles, because I haven't really seen them. Could be that there are certain missions going on where you can actually unlock them, but I haven't really run across any of those, so I don't think this is the case. At least I don't think that is the case at the moment. Either way, we're going to be continuing playing Frontline and earning some more credits. I'm going to add another booster so we can actually have some additional credits to enjoy, and I'm also going to add that experience booster, and we're going to add a crew experience booster this time around instead of a free experience booster, because that is also going to be working out quite nicely. Also, I wanted to check the new personal tag that I just unlocked, a new engraving. So average damage blocked, and also I think there's something else new in there, because I think I had like a number 2 written right next to it. Holy crap, I have 3,000 days in this game. That is pretty... 3,700 days, that's a long time. So we're gonna jump right back into another game. I think we're gonna start off this time around with something fast. I think I'm gonna go with the Lorraine. It's a fast tank, it has a decent auto loading system. It's a tank that I haven't played in a very long time, and that is still, I think, quite capable. But I think we're going to just change Smokescreen into that reserve to have a bit of additional cover when we're actually trying to put some pressure on the cap. So, this time around we're defending. That is a job that is a lot more thankless than attacking, at least in my opinion. But I think we can also work in the defending position quite well if we pay attention to where we're going. Going to go over to the edge of the map where I can actually have both options of shooting into B and into C, since the Lorraine is actually not too bad with some long range engagements. There's already a Progredo trying to capturing C. We'll have to deal with that in a second.
Zone A under attack.
Well, there's more than just a Progredo, there's also a FV in there. Oh, there's a big Usk right there. Oh, no, don't do it! Okay, Bugask. Oh no, we're losing. We're losing C.
Zone C. Enemy airstrike incoming.
That didn't take long.
Zone B
We hit the
attack.
FV 3 times, but since we don't have the new perk yet, which allows us to actually reset the base, they're just taking it. So since everyone is on the same kind of playing field at the moment, capturing bases is a lot easier when you don't have the opportunity or the ability to actually defend them properly. So I have to fall back all the way, refuel my tank and repair everything, and hopefully then we can do some damage. But we lost B and C very, very rapidly. That's not a quality. That's not a kind of a quality showing from our team and us. But yeah, what can you do? Sometimes they just get the better of you. So we just need the perk. We need that perk or that reserve that gives us the ability to replenish faster, and that also gives us the opportunity to reset the base by sitting on top of it or something like that. But first and foremost, we just have to keep them away from our cap. We'll just have to see that we can put some pressure on them when they're coming in, especially the Burasks and the other light tanks, like the wheeled ones. Those are really annoying if you have to deal with them. Being out on top of rocks here is not very clever either way. There's a Burask right there. Okay, yeah, that would have been very nice if we would have finished that Burask off. But either way, we'll move on and we deal with the Bisonte. We put 2 shells into him. Those were very, very nice shells. We're gonna pop the intuition perk, give us a bit of a faster reload time. Only 20 seconds instead of the 30 something seconds that we needed before. And now we can hopefully get a faster reload and help out with that Burask that is currently moving over to that wall. I don't think he's seeing us right now. And we're loaded, and we somehow just missed him entirely. Oh, because that was actually a rock right there. It's a very awkward situation, but that is very unfortunate because I think we would have assisted that guy with that Burask. And now we don't have that opportunity anymore to kill the Burask, but we can kill the Bisonte if that Bisonte is trying to get in there. Get one hit into him. And... yeah. Nope. I have to fall back. We're still a private. The last game around at this stage, we were already
Reinforcements have arrived.
we're already a captain, I'd say. Not a captain, no, a lieutenant, I think. Lieutenant. Or a sergeant. No, I was a lieutenant. The one with the 3 stripes. I don't even know which army uses 3 stripes to show a lieutenant. Which is really weird. All of these thought of, you know, army ranks. Fuck you, man. Eat shit.
Zone A under attack.
Carnarvon. What a Carnarvon. Yeah. I put myself out there. This Brusque should not be alive because I think, to be fair, in my opinion, I thought I managed to hit him.
For
So
deployment.
yeah, I don't think that was very fair with that Brusque. What we're going to be doing right now, though, is we're going to jump into our own Brusque and we're going to do some damage to them. If I find that bloody bugger. Wait, are you telling me I don't have the Brusque with me? That would be so sad if I don't have the Brusque. I don't have the Brusque here. Oh no. Well, in that case, we're going with the CS-52 Liz. And we're going to help out with E. That's so sad. What happened to my Brusque? I had it in the last game. Like, where did my Brusque go? Did they make it a tier 9 so you only have access to it when you're playing tier 9s? Either way, we're gonna push into the middle right now. Middle of E, and hopefully we can put some pressure on them right there. That M4A1 Revelori set just was very optimistic with his abilities, getting teamed by 4 or 5 tanks. No chance at surviving that at all. You know what? I'm going to do the exact same thing. This time around, I'm going to use cover here a bit more. And I'm going to finish off that WZ. Oh no, that's the Skoda T56.
Zone A has been lost.
Don't
Attackers
want to
got
get hit by
extra
that
time.
thing.
Zone A
But I
under
also want
attack.
to do some damage, so... Oh. Poor little guy. The Skoda T56, the upper plate is not very thick. And you can actually pen that quite easily if you just pay a bit of attention to it. And you can do some serious damage to him. It's very nice to see that my team is moving in as well. So putting some pressure on these guys. And this FV, what is this FV doing?
Inspire reserve is
He
ready.
died. Very nice. We managed to defend E. We pushed him
Heavy
back.
artillery is ready.
And now we have the opportunity to counter push him. Or maybe I just fall back, I repair my vehicle, and then I decide to either push the middle again or maybe fall back a little bit. But I think first gonna call in artillery on these guys. And then we can see what's going on. Okay, so artillery at this stage of the battle is not very effective, as you could see right there. I think the days where artillery was able to do, I don't know, about 1,000 damage, I think those days are over because you can no longer upgrade your skills. It actually upgrades them as soon as you go to the next stage or when you're able to use them effectively in game, but you cannot upgrade these skills anymore outside of the battle, which is a bit of a shame because I always enjoyed that so much. But I can totally understand why they kind of abandoned that pathway and why they stopped that, because it's obviously made things quite unfair in certain aspects. And to be fair, it makes sense. If it's unbalanced, I'd rather have it balanced than it being unbalanced in the game. So I'm waiting for this defender to turn around the corner right here. But unfortunately, this time around, we are not able to penetrate this defender. We should be able to actually penetrate his upper roof deck, because that is a weak spot of the defender. But only if we have the luck of RNG being on our side. Jesus. Let's pop Inspire so we have a better rate of fire. Put one into the object as he's passing by. Put one into the FV. Fall back, use the armor on the upper plate. Put another one into the FV. Oh boy. No. Artillery. Artillery, stay out of this. And somehow that was a hit. Oh, okay, that was a track shot without any damage. And we get the assistance. I think I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with that, Lorraine. I'm gonna move up further to get out of his range. And let's see if this EBR moves up any. Put another one into the Lorraine 40T. It just somehow doesn't learn at all. And we have an EBR 75 who's running back to cover because obviously he doesn't want to be there. Getting shot. I can finish him off, I think. Ah, 303 damage. Let's see, what is the alpha damage? 320. Which is also crazy that we have a tier 8. The tier 8 medium tanks nowadays to 320 alpha damage. That is quite absurd if you think about it. There are quite a few tanks at tier 8 that do over 300 damage per shot. Like, and I think that's a very weird thing to accept if you've played World of Tanks for as long as I have. I'm just waiting for
Air
this.
Scout is ready.
Let's get the air scout right there so I can spot the TheFrXion. There he is.
Heavy artillery is
Put
ready.
one into his side. We have Burask next to us. He misses as I do as well. There we go. We take care of the T69, and now we have to see what we can do. We have an artillery strike, which
Zone C under attack.
should we do it? I just feel sorry for that thing. You know what? I think that would be better. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have to repair my tank again. I did the same thing to the Burask. And I think the Burask did the same thing to me. But I was in the middle of it. I was really in the middle of it. But still, there's 4 minutes to go. They are about to capture D, or they're contesting D at the moment. We have successfully defended E several times now from them. F is currently holding out quite nicely. I think D is going to be the... D is probably going to be the weak spot for us. But I'm just going to repair our tank, and we're going to see where we can be the most effective. I think if we stay at E, we can probably keep those heavy tanks for pushing into E. Because I think at the moment that we're not going to be able to hold D. We just lost about... Yeah, we just lost D.
Zone
that
B
is
has
definitely
been
going
lost.
to switch
The enemy
sides.
got extra time.
So
Zone B
let's
under
see if we
attack.
can clean up E real fast and clean up these 2 or
Fire
3.
reserve is
Yeah, I
ready.
think we have enough of them. And maybe we can help out with B if there is like a big armada coming over the ridgeline and just pushing into our
Reinforcements have
position.
arrived.
Let's just see if that is going to be the case. This AIM-X
The main objective has
5100
been
just
reached.
didn't see that Link's 6x6. We're not major yet, so we can probably still get to that in a second. Oh, we have tier 9 tanks now. Let's get the buff in there as well. Now we can put some fire on that IS-3A. But there's a better tank to actually kill, take out of the game. He just disappeared. There's an IS-6. The thing is, the IS-6 is just... The armor is way more trickier than the armor of the IS-3A. Even the IS-3A's turret we can penetrate easily. Oh, we actually killed the IS-6. So I swear, like, 208 millimeters of pen. It's definitely a very, very powerful kind of vehicle that we've ended up here with. And we're losing E. I think we've maybe paid too much attention to D, and now we're losing E because we
have
weren't
lost
around
Zone
at E.
Enemy airstrike incoming.
But there's still like a very good chance that we can win this because we're controlling F still.
Air scout is ready.
But the enemy team, they've really started putting some pressure on us. Gotta put some props on that because they saw that with D we would all kind of switch over and we would put our focus on something different. And then they just steamrolled us. Look at that, how many tanks that just came in here.
Heavy artillery
But I
is
think
ready.
if we can hold this position, we can hold them off a little bit. Still, I think I have more than enough tanks to use if I need to, if I do die. But we have to be kind of careful still that we don't overextend. I'm gonna use my artillery real fast. I don't even know on that Skoda T56. I do want to get the general rank, so I'm gonna be working on that. Artillery just hit us right next to us. Oh, there's the Skoda T56. He's not gonna pin my turret. Nope. I think that's it. Yeah. But I still think that was a pretty good round with the Czechoslovakian CS52. The Liz is really a powerhouse. What we really need right now, I think, is we need a bit of firepower. And I'm currently thinking about utilizing maybe the Scorpion G. Because the Scorpion G obviously has that pen, it has the firepower, it has the capability and the capacity to take on tier 9 vehicles without having to spend any kind of gold. At least that's how I'm going to be playing it. And hopefully we can put some pressure on them. Because I would like to make general. I think if I do 2-3 more shots of damage, I probably gain the rank of general. And that only by defending 1 point. That is the most interesting part of it all. So, let's see. I don't want to move up too far because that town is kind of so well known for being an ambush hotspot for the enemy team.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And I maybe should have even spawned at the other side, at F. Oh, there he is. I haven't played the Scorpion G in so long, but I know that this tank,
Our general has entered
this
the
tank
field.
is able to do it. Oh no 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 no! You don't. Okay, he does. What a disgusting 2-shot round by that Skoda T56, and that one really hurt us. But we're gonna be retaining some HP, hopefully. I'm gonna be sitting on the HP marker on the repair point. Let me get on the
Objective
repair
4
point.
under attack.
Nice.
Zone F
He's been
under
killed.
attack.
We're not going to be surviving for a very long time if we don't have any additional HP. So
Air scout is ready.
hopefully. Oh no.
Inspire reserve
Oh
is
no
ready.
no 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 no. Okay, thank God. The last shot was a miss.
Heavy artillery is ready.
I'm gonna pop that over
Zone
here
F has been lost.
because we
The
just
enemy
lost
got
Zone
extra
F.
time. Zone F under attack.
We still have an artillery shot. We're gonna use it on the Poketo 46 over there. And we're going to sit in that bush right there to hopefully get a bit of a crossfire going. So in defend it, we get some additional spotting damage. There's a Type 59. Come on, M46. I think the M46 is going to be... He's going to be peaking. He wants to get more damage. They only have 3 minutes remaining. They have to destroy 3 objectives still. Objective 4 has taken quite a bit of damage, unfortunately for us. But I think I'm positive that we are going to be able to win this match, because the enemy team is just taking way too long to push through any kind of direction. We have a very nice defensive kind of wall situation going at the moment. We have kind of some kill zones that work very nicely in our favor. We have Rust in the rear of us right there, and he just fully repaired himself inside of our territory. So that's quite interesting to see. And he's been knocked out. So didn't really help him at all in the end. Either way, I think we're gonna move up a little bit because there are only 2 tanks in this quadrant. It looks like everyone is either pushing the other side or maybe, oh yeah, they have a lot of tankers that have no more tanks. And yeah, they've been too reckless. They have thrown away their tanks too quickly, and now they have to pay for their recklessness. So there's a artillery piece. I can't shoot him. I freaking can't shoot him. I don't have the elevation, but we do get the... Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Don't do it! Don't do it! Ah, damn it. He did it.
Ready for deployment.
Okay, what do we want to play? I want to play an annoying little wheeled tank that runs around in circles and just basically annoys the living shit out of other players. That is definitely what I want to do right now. Since this game is basically over. That was a pretty good win. Hello, how are you guys doing? Oh, hit to the face. To the face.
Main objectives are secure.
There we go.
Done.
About 14,000 damage combined. We didn't really do as much damage as we did the last round. But still, I think we did quite well. Managed to hold them off quite easily, and we pushed him quite aggressively as well. So I would have to say, nicely done. The team worked very, very well. Managed to hold the positions for quite a long time at the second stage. The very first stage we lost in about, I think, a minute or so, but then they stopped pushing. They just kind of conceded, and yeah, they didn't really try to push us that much. Okay, stage 7 is the next one. We've made about 475,000 credits, and we have ended up with about 400,000 in the end. Can't really complain about that. And yeah, very nice. Damage-wise, we're not in the top 5. Even experience-wise, we're not even in the top 5, since we didn't really do a lot of damage, or since we didn't really spot a lot of people. But still, made the rank of general, and that worked quite well. I remember why I don't have the Burasque equipped. It's because the Burasque is a medium tank, and the Lorraine 40T and the Burasque, they share the same crew. So yeah, kind of makes sense that I cannot play the Lorraine and the Burasque at the same time if it's the same crew. So we're gonna wrap this stream up. We're gonna be playing one last round. This time we're going to give it our all, and we're gonna be playing quite a few disgusting combos. And I want to see real fast engineering. Okay. Okay, so you still can. Okay, you can still activate and increase the. Okay, we can still increase the level, but it actually is increased by the stages, the different stages. As soon as you go to the last stage, you get the very best kind of opportunity. Okay. Ooh, this looks really cool. The Sentinel. I think I'm going to unlock the Sentinel and the airstrike, and I think we can pick it afterwards in the game, so we don't have to pick it right now. But now we're at 2.4 million credits about, and we're going to start off this game with another premium tank, a tank that we don't play that often. I'm thinking right now, what is a good kind of tank to play the Frontlines game mode with? If you want to have a bit of mobility and a bit of flexibility, I think we're going to go with the T-77. If that one doesn't work out, we can still switch over to the Burask or some other tank. But I think the T-77 should do decently well in attack and defense. So yeah, we're gonna do with that. Stay hydrated, boys. Staying hydrated is very important. Okay, we have. Oh, yeah. I should have selected what I wanted. So I made a bit of a mistake right now. What we're going to be doing in the T-77, because we're attacking A, and A is a very open kind of cap point, we're going to go to the left side, and we're going to go to the left, and we're just going to try to push the left flank and move forward a little bit.
Capture zones to reach the main objective.
And by doing that, hopefully we can put some pressure on anyone that is sitting on the side and at the back of A. But we have to be careful that we don't overextend ourselves, because we only have 3 shells and we have, I think, about a 23-second reload time. But if we do pay enough attention, I think we can work with all of these different things quite nicely. So let's see that we just do that. This is, I think, our 4th game.
Zone C contested.
So with the 4th game now, we've managed to reach about rank 6.
Zone B contested.
Rank 6, I think we've reached general 3 times and once captain. The very first game was a bit of a letdown, but still, I think we did quite well afterwards. Don't want to be too open with that T-56 over there. His upper plate is quite weak, but only if it's kind of, you know, if it's kind of looking directly at us. I'm not really interested in getting hit by the T-57, so I'm going to fall back a bit. There's a really annoying mosquito flying around my face right now, and I can't do anything about it because I'm streaming, and I absolutely hate that. There's also a fly. I don't even know where these insects are all coming from, but they're annoying AF. Could this Skoda please stop pushing me? It's always weird and awkward when there are like several heavy
Zone
tanks.
B has been captured. Extra time has been added.
There we go. We had to take out
Zone
the
B
Skoda.
contested.
That's a super annoying tank. We're going to reload in peace around this corner. And hopefully we can work this T-44-100 and the other guys in just a second. There's still the Skoda T-56 over there aiming right at us, and I think he's going to tear a huge one out of the Skoda T-56. And I think the Skoda T-56 right here is a bit careless. There's the ELC even 90. I'm not going to waste a shot because I know I'm not going to be able to hit him right there. Probably, I could probably hit him, but the danger of not being able to hit him was just too grand. Oh god. No, you don't. Still managed to put off 2 shots. None of them being able to pen the VK. But I think we can work with this. We can definitely work with this right now. Yeah, let's go to T-56. Is not looking too healthy at the moment. He needs to fall back. Come on, fall back. I cover you. Let's see if we can put some pressure on this guy. The 122 TM is in a very good position
Heavy
right now.
artillery is ready.
But he's not in a good position if artillery is there to strike at him. Even the Skoda T56. You know what? I dislike that. I dislike that new premium tank. I don't like it, so I'm just gonna hit him with the artillery barrage, which does absolutely nothing. The artillery barrage did nothing to him. What a disappointment. We're going to be pushing him now, though. We're gonna push into A because I think I've had enough of just sitting at the back. I want to go into A and get some action because I really dislike pushing A. A is a very uncomfortable cap point to engage as an attacking side, especially if there is a G source sitting in the back over there. What we're going to do here is a very stupid thing, probably. God, I needed 3 shots to finish off a VK 101P, which shows just how bad I am at this game. The Brusque is unable to take out... Nope, never mind, I take it right back. I thought the Brusque fired twice. Turns out he only fired once, so gotta get my story straight. Going to reload, and I'm going to attack A right now, this instant, because it's very important that we put some pressure on A. I think they've spotted me. We've spotted the Pagetto 46. Our team takes care of him. The artillery is definitely not going for me because the Brusque is a much easier target. If you shoot at anything or if you use artillery on anything, use it on a lightly armored target. The results are a lot better than on a vehicle such as the T-77, which has at least some kind of armor on it. Jesus, what a horrible shot. There we go. At least the second one is a penetrating shot. And we managed to capture A. And we're gonna fall in and we're gonna move up. And I'm just gonna use this time to get to the repair station and repair our tank. Let's do that right now. Oh, the Brusque actually didn't run away? Oh, we retracked him. That poor motherfucker is right there. He's detracked. He actually manages to repair his track. Looks like he doesn't want to give up his Brusque just yet. Unluckily for him, he kind of dies to me, and I could really help. Thank you very much. I really could use some help with that. That's what exactly what I meant.
Zone E contested.
After a long day, speaking English is a really, really difficult kind of thing.
As good as new.
For the E75 TS. It's a bit too aggressive.
Heavy artillery is ready.
I think I'm going to just push this E75. One, and we finish him off. Very nice. Oh, what is this? 2 shells.
The main objectives have been reached.
Get artillery on the M46 Patton. Oh, I think he's going to die to the artillery. Yes. it indeed killed him. Unlucky for him. But he was way too aggressive. He just moved out into the open and don't even know what he wanted to do right there, but didn't seem to be a very wise choice. We're still not capturing C, so I think we should definitely get onto that. We probably have way too many people in the D area right now and at the E area, and we're abandoning C completely, which is not a very good idea. Since you want to push on like the majority of the front, you want to push kind of on the same stage. Because later down the line you actually do need some support. So that's something that we should definitely work on. So if I do die, I'm gonna spawn on C. I'm gonna see what I can do right there.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
It's gonna peek. One more shot for you guys. Acknowledged. Just gotta fall back here.
And
Oh
fire
boy.
reserve is ready.
How did I bounce there? No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Ah! Oh god, everyone is using artillery on me. Literally everything is shooting at me right now. So they were just waiting for me. This was just a party waiting to happen. I wanted to kill that guy. What? We actually survived that? The thing is, I actually want to die. I want to sacrifice my tank so I can help out on C. But it seems to be quite difficult to die at the moment, so I'm just gonna take it as you're not going to die kind of signal. So if some higher power doesn't want me to die, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna go on D. I'm gonna see if I capture it. And if we cap it, I'm just going to move over to C.
Air scout is ready.
And hopefully... Nope! That was quite foolish to just cross over the middle part. But either way, we're gonna go over to C and we're gonna help them out here. Because I think they need some assistance. Okay, we're going up against the majority of opponents. What they need at C is somebody who goes around the flank and supports them from the side. It's very nice that we're about to capture D. Hopefully, as soon as we capture D, we get a couple of guys back to C so we can have the numerical advantage. What I really want to do right now is to get into a nice little position over here where we can get some crossing shots at these guys, because that's the only way you can actually engage them and take them out one by one by one. So we take out the IS-3, hope the Conqueror, nope. He should see me. Just going to reload. 8 seconds. We should be good to go. That Progetto is very exposed right there. And it looks like we are able to just push them in any second now. There is a T-34 right out in the open. That is like a gift for us. Come on. Oh my god. Who writes that kind of crap? First he moves forward, then he moves backwards. I miss him. Second shot
Inspire
doesn't even
reserve
penetrate
is
him.
ready.
There we go. But that one goes right through his armor. Another one goes right through his armor. I think he sees me. No, he doesn't see me. We're going to just... We still have an artillery
Heavy
piece
artillery
right
is ready.
now. I could go for the... Could just kill this guy.
Air
Just
Scout
gonna
is
go
ready.
for artillery. I hope that the T-32 just drives right into my artillery rounds. But he just manages to
We have
evade them.
captured Zone C.
So
Extra
we capture
time
Zone
has been
C. There we go.
Our
Take out the
reinforcements have
T-32.
arrived.
Although it wasn't us who dealt the killing blow. But I think should work out in our favor. There's the T-30. T-30 is about to run away. And it should lift the sector so we can actually push forward. We're almost major. We still have a lot of time to play in this match. So I think it should be easy to become a general. It shouldn't be too difficult to achieve that milestone. In the meantime, we killed the T-30 and now we can move up. Please don't hit me. Oof. There are only a couple of tanks here. I think we've only spotted a few. The WZ is going to be one of the more annoying ones right there. Oh my god, can I actually go right in here? Do I want to do this? You know what? Dude, are you kidding me right now? Thank you, prick.
Objective 2 reached.
F? Is it right there? I actually don't want to cap. I want to sneakily go over there and replenish, to be fair. That's my kind of goal right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't think so. Yeah, okay, you just somehow hit me right there.
Inspire reserve is ready.
Okay, so replenish real quick. Real quickly replenish. That should suffice.
Repairs
And
complete.
go on F, capture F, be on our way, attack 5, and then we should be doing pretty well for ourselves. I think if we capture this and we do a little bit of more damage, I think we're going to be just getting the final step, which is General. General should be, did I just
We have
leave
captured
without
Zone
capturing
F.
it?
Air support incoming.
I think I just left without capturing it. That is really sad. That is also really dumb because I just lost quite a bit of experience for that. Either way, doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take on Objective 5 and Objective 4. Hopefully we can spot some targets while we're crossing.
Heavy artillery is ready.
And get some artillery on some of these annoying little kits. There's a Panzer. Oh, he's going to be... Yeah. He shouldn't be able to shit on me anymore. And gonna pop that real fast. Get a faster reload.
Our general has entered the field.
You know what? I don't care. Just gonna take him out of the game.
Air Scout is ready.
And get some assistance over here. I'll help him out with his spotting work. And now we really have to start working on the objectives. If we want to win this, 6 minutes is actually a decent time to still be able to do it.
Our
We have to be
reinforcements have
careful
arrived.
that we don't just overstay our welcome on one, on one objective,
Objective 5 reached.
and where we're not really able to do anything anymore. So I'm kind of looking. These spots always used to be like the vents on top. They always used to be quite lightly armored. I'm just gonna see if they can hit this door. And we actually destroy it. Nice. We destroy it, and we also get the... Oh no. Yeah. That's exactly what I was afraid of getting hit at. But either way, we managed to knock out target numero uno.
Ready for deployment.
And now we should probably get into a fast kind of tank to be able to engage the second one. So I'm just gonna jump into the EBR
We have
75.
destroyed objective 4. Only
Not
one
a
left.
very well liked tank, understandably so, but for Frontlines this is one of the best options. Because you're fast, you can get to the positions, you sometimes have magical armor. And what you used to be able to do is you used to be able to fire high explosive shells at like the vent openings. And I don't think that is possible anymore, so definitely something we'll have to check out in just a second. We do have 9 kills though, but we haven't really dealt a lot of damage. I think we've just been kind of capturing and kind of been running around. I haven't played a wheeled tank in a very, very long time. So I have to be honest, not really my style anymore. God, light tanks are such a joke. I somehow didn't do any real damage to him. Take out the Scorpion G. Sorry about that, buddy, but I have to cross your path. Does it still work? Oh, it still works. So these vents... Oh my god, I was just one-shotted by T-49. Oh god. That was a painful experience, but... Yeah, that's what happens when you are playing this kind of tank. I think we should be able to deal with Objective 3. Looks like we're already destroying it right now, so 2 minutes 40 seconds. I think we have more than enough tanks right there. They just have to keep on shooting it. And there we go. Very well played. Another win. That brings us to a total of, I think, 4 wins in 5 rounds. That's not too bad. I think I can work with that, and finishing this off is probably a nice little bonus to have 4 wins in 5 games. Can't complain about that. Doesn't happen a lot in Frontlines. The game still hasn't finished yet. but it should finish in just a second. So right, there we go. I'm wondering how many credits I made this time around, because I've only done about 10,000 damage combined. I did play the objective very heavily, and I did survive quite a long time in the T-77, which maybe was a bit of a mistake if I wanted to do more damage and I wanted to earn more credits. But I don't think it's that bad. I think it's still nice to be able to, you know, to do that kind of levels of damage and have an impact on the game. So we reached level 7 and we should definitely, okay. Level 8 and upwards is probably going to be a bit more difficult. But I think I've seen enough Frontlines for today. I think I'm going to call it quits right now. Hope you guys did enjoy the live stream. As always, this is not going to be a norm. I just wanted to make a live stream today because of Frontlines. And I'm going to see if I'm going to be making a live stream. At least I'm going to be announcing it when I'm going to be making live streams. So don't worry about that. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, if you did, comment, like, and subscribe. And I see you guys on the next video. Until then, have a good one, and I see you.